Most of these healthy greens powders that you can get nowadays, they're overpriced and full of fillers. I've even found myself spending $100 a month on a greens powder that honestly just didn't make me feel any different. Now, I'm no health expert here and I don't claim to be, but what I do know is I can take my own generally healthy ingredients, make my own green smoothie, freeze dry it, and turn it into my own greens powder to have at home. And really the only question I have for myself at this point is when I'm done with this process and I have my own healthy greens powder that I made right here in my own kitchen, can I then take that powder and mix it with water, and is it gonna mix together as well as some of these expensive store-bought options? Here are the basic ingredients that I'm working with today. I've got some bananas, peaches, green apples, kiwis, some baby spinach. I do have frozen pineapple and mango. We don't really have a whole lot of fresh fruit in Utah right now. It's the end of winter. We just got 3 inches of snow today. And then I have some hemp hearts and some flaxseed. Now, as I'm going through this, I'm gonna make sure that I'm writing things down to try to give you some resemblance of a recipe by the end of this. But either way, you can make this your own. Make your own green smoothie, freeze dry it into a powder, and as long as this works out in the end, it should work for you too. Okay, to get started, we are gonna set a lot of this stuff aside and we're gonna focus on the spinach first. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna kind of just see how much spinach I wanna start with. So let's go ahead and pack this cup full of spinach. All right, so we got 1 cup generally of spinach, but I think I'm gonna do, let's see. There we go. All right, so 1 cup of spinach. I'm gonna put a cup of water in here just to really grind this spinach up. So we're gonna add a cup of water. This is gonna give us kind of a spinach slurry to get us started. All right, let's go ahead and blend this up. Let's slow this down here. Next up, let's start working on some of our fresh fruit. These bananas looked good for the intro, but this isn't what we're using. Those bananas aren't quite ripe yet. These ones are a little bit overripe. Luckily, my best friend lives across the street and they had some bananas that they weren't gonna use anymore. These are perfect smoothie bananas. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with one of these. Throw that in there. This will go to the chickens. Let me get a bowl for them. Chickens are gonna have a good day today, so we're gonna make sure we set aside all the extra little trimmings here. Let's do 1 peach. I already rinsed these off. I'm not a crazy person, so I rinsed these off before I started filming. These peaches are not good peaches, I'll tell you right now. These are Utah winter peaches. They are very just tough, but they're still gonna taste good. Do 1 banana, 1 peach. Let's get an apple in there. I'm just gonna take the core out of this. I love cutting up fruit when it's just for a smoothie because it doesn't have to look nice. A kiwi, I'm gonna do skin and all. So I'm just gonna kind of cut it up into a couple just pieces here, but this is gonna go in skin and everything. This blender is gonna do a pretty good job of just kind of blending all of that up. So that's 1 piece of fruit on each of those so far. Pineapple is one that I'm really excited for. Let's do a cup of pineapple. Now I don't need a lot of liquid in this. I just need enough liquid to make sure I can blend it up really well. But besides that, I'm freeze drying it and removing the water anyway, so the liquid doesn't matter. Let's go in with 1 cup of pineapple. And let's start with half a cup of mango. I do like mango, but not quite as much as pineapple. Half a cup of mango. There we go. All right, let me slow this down so I can get this lid back on. Plenty of liquid, we're gonna be okay. Okay, that's looking pretty good, but now we need to get our hemp hearts and our flaxseed in there. Now, I'm not gonna put a whole lot of this in here, but I am gonna put some just to give that extra nutrition. It's looking good. I'm gonna go with 2 tablespoons. Yeah, let's go with 2 tablespoons of both of these. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a taste test to see where we're at, because if it's not good now, it's not gonna be good after we freeze dry it. All right, let's try this. That's really good. I'm trying to think if there's anything else this needs, but to me, that's a really good flavor profile, especially for what we're trying to do here. We've got 2 freeze dryer trays to start. I might have to make some more. We're gonna see where this one batch gets us, and then we'll kind of go from there. All right. Once again, this is super smooth, happy with this. And I'm trying to get as much as I possibly can in this freeze dryer run, so we're gonna see what 1 pitcher does for us. I think we're gonna need quite a bit more. Okay, I have 2 trays full, and at this point I wanna get my freeze dryer turned on, and I wanted to tell you the settings that I'm using today. Most of these settings are just gonna be the typical Harvest Right, just default settings, but we are going to do initial freeze is -10 degrees Fahrenheit. I am adding 2 hours of extra freeze time because I'm not pre-freezing this, it's going directly into the freeze dryer. So I'm adding that 2 hours of extra freeze time just to really make sure it's frozen solid. And then our drying temperature is 120 degrees Fahrenheit. And then as always, I'm gonna be adding 24 hours of extra dry time, not because we need it, but just because it's a nice to have. So let me go ahead and start that. If you just heard it, just got it turned on. Now I'm gonna come back as soon as I'm filling up this last tray. Okay. I've got the 5 batches done. Each one of these fills up 1 tray, fills it pretty close to the brim, so I wouldn't go any more than this. This is honestly kind of a lot. If you're changing up the ingredients at all, just know that this is filled up to 40 ounces right now. So you could probably get away with maybe 35 ounces to bring this down just a little bit, but 40 ounces, give or take. So if you're changing up those ingredients, just try to bring it to about 40 ounces. That'll give you 1 tray. 1 medium tray. Now, I'm not really one to make a recipe. Normally I just kind of like throw things together, but I tried this time and I feel like it worked. Each tray is exactly the same. I use the same recipe that we used earlier in the video on each one of these trays. I'm gonna make sure that I put that recipe down in the description below so you can go steal it from there. Now let's go ahead and fill this last tray here. And once you put it on there, you wanna make sure that you get it kind of spread out and flattened and even across the entire thing. Kind of give it a little shake. All right, now let's go get these into the freeze dryer. This run is probably going to go for quite a while. This is a very liquid heavy run. There's a lot of stuff in here. Each one of these trays is really full, but once we're done, we're gonna have a lot of this greens powder. So hopefully this works as well as I hope it will. And if it doesn't, I'm just gonna have to add this to other smoothies for a while, but I think this is gonna work. We're gonna find out. Okay, our smoothies are in the freeze dryer. But while I have you here, if you are interested in getting into freeze drying or getting a freeze dryer, I'm gonna have a link down in the description below. This is gonna be an affiliate link. If you do buy a freeze dryer through that link, I get a commission from that. It doesn't cost you anything else to do that, but it really does help us make these videos. I have a link for these Vitamixes down in the description as well, and that's also an affiliate link and really helps us out a lot. Now enough of me blabbing, I'm gonna meet you back by the freeze dryer as soon as that's done. It's been about 2 days and this is finally done. It took almost 47 hours for this to completely dry. I will say that we did add those 2 extra hours of freeze time, which added on to that. This only took 33-ish hours to dry and it took 14 hours to freeze. Technically it took 12 hours to freeze and then the 2 extra hours of freeze time that we added. This was a long run. If we would have put this in the freezer and pre-froze it, it would have taken a lot less time to get this done, so just keep that in mind. And I do want to hit it real quick with my moisture meter, just to kind of make sure that we're good here, because I only did about 2 extra hours of dry time. All right, yeah, we are looking good. Check some of these other trays. All right, we're looking good. These are completely dry. Let's get them into the kitchen. Ooh, I almost dropped it. So far, these smell really good, so I'm excited to blend them up and give it a try. For this, I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with the tomato powder video. I'm just going to break these up. These are just really thick, solid pieces of a smoothie here. Let's see how much powder this gives us. So I'm just gonna kind of break it up and toss it into here. Last time this worked out really well. It gave me a really nice fine tomato powder. I did order a new container from Vitamix that is made for dry foods. So this one, when you blend it, it kind of pulls everything down. It still works really well, but the dry food one kind of pushes things up, so it just blends up dry things a little bit better. So that's 1 tray. Let's see what happens to this tray once we get it blended. This stuff feels a lot more dense than the tomato powder did, so I'm not sure how much of this I'm gonna be able to fit into 1 pitcher. We're gonna find out. With the tomatoes, I did 5 whole trays in here, and I filled 1 jar. One of these trays pretty much fills it up to the top, as long as you're breaking it down into small little pieces. So let's get this lid on. All right, now it's time to get this into a jar. I'm gonna kind of set this aside, pull out my big funnel. Almost dropped that, that would have been bad. Now let's get this filled up. This turned out really powdery. I'm feeling pretty good about how well this is gonna rehydrate into a little shake. I'm gonna get all this stuff set aside. It's one thing people don't talk about with freeze drying enough is you gotta be ready for a mess, because my kitchen is a mess right now. Now I'm gonna use some out of this jar here in just a minute because it's the least full, but I pretty much got 4 jars full. Got these 3 jars right here. They are all full, but I do want to add oxygen absorbers into these, and I'm also going to vacuum seal them. The most important part of this next step is to make sure that the lids are clean and the top of the jar is clean. If they're not clean, then you can get some powder underneath there. It's going to give it a bad seal, and then you're going to end up having a leak later on. So what I'm going to do is come in here and just take this napkin, bring it around the top, just like that. And then I just toss my oxygen absorbers in, and then I'll vacuum seal it. And honestly, you don't need to vacuum seal it if you're putting these in. This to me is just an extra step. Why not? This one's kind of full. 1, 2, 3. I'm immediately coming in and putting these over the top, and I'm going to close this back up. And then I'll come over here and vacuum seal them. When I was thinking about how I wanted to do my ratio for this and just kind of get a starting point, I wasn't sure how much powder to how much water. So here's what I'm gonna do to start. I'm gonna read the package on my no-name greens powder that I was paying a lot of money for. And I'm just gonna go off of the weights and measurements that this has and see where that gets me. After all, I'm trying to see if this stuff is going to mix just as well as this stuff. So this says take 1 12-gram serving, 1 packet, every day in 8 to 12 ounces of cold water. I've got 10 ounces of cold water here, so now I need to get 12 grams of my greens powder. And I need to make sure I take it to grams and zero it out. This stuff is really, really soft. I'm digging it. I don't know how much 12 grams is gonna be. This stuff, I feel like this is more dense than the other stuff. That's 10 grams. We're really close. 12 grams, right there. Let's go ahead and start with that. This is what it's looking like. It's really powdery, nice and fluffy. This is 12 grams of this stuff right here. So we're gonna try putting this into 10 ounces of water. And when I was taking this supplement daily, I was just mixing it up in my little mixer cup here. So this is what I'm gonna use for this as well. Let's go ahead and dump it in. And get the lid on and give it a shake. Now this is probably gonna be much more watery and thin than it was when it was in smoothie form, but that's kind of what we're going for here. Everything is really well mixed in there. Let's give it a taste and see if it's gritty at all, and how does it taste. I just took 3 sips without even talking. This actually surprised me. The banana flavor came through more than it did day 1. That banana is a little bit more forward than I was expecting it to be, but it's not bad at all. When I was drinking the no-name stuff, there was a lot of grit in it. It almost felt like sand. The flavor was not very good. It was, I had to drink it every day until I found myself liking it. As is right now, I could drink this every day. Now, I don't know what the nutritional value is gonna be compared to something you could get at the store, but you can create whatever nutritional value you want as long as you understand nutrition and what different things are gonna give you what different vitamins. I'm not a health expert, but I do know that there are a bunch of generally healthy things in here. And if I'm gonna drink this every day, it's gonna add some kind of nutrition to my diet. And I will say that yesterday I saw a video from Brian over at Freeze Drying Community. I saw a video from him where he made a powder out of microgreens. So that's also kind of gave me an idea. Thank you, Brian. This gave me an idea. I could have put microgreens in here, added a whole bunch of more nutrition that way. Or if you don't really want the fruity flavor and stuff like I've got today, you can go watch his video and figure out how to do it with just microgreens and making a really nutrient dense, just greens powder. I could drink this all day. This is really good. I mixed this with 10 ounces of water like 3 minutes ago, and it's pretty much gone. I'm gonna leave the recipe for you down in the description, so go ahead and go get it there.